Hey everybody, hello, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be checking out the song Rah-e-Haq Shaheedo from Coke Studio. Yeah, I'm almost 100% positive that I butchered that, but at this point, I think it's a running joke with you guys. I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect, my mouth does not make those sounds. I'm trying to get better, but it is a uphill battle for me. And I actually did a bit of investigation into this song before I jump into it and kind of came up empty. But Coke Studio's YouTube page says this song is dedicated to those who sacrifice their todays for our tomorrows, which sounds pretty intriguing to me. But I failed. I couldn't find any English translations to this song. So I got a bit of a favor to ask of you guys. If anybody knows the English translations to this song and you're feeling kind, would you let me know in the comments? I go through the comments, I read everything. It gives me a great perspective on your culture, your arts, and honestly, it's just been kind of beautiful reading the comments and talking with you guys a little bit and just getting a broader perspective on this medium. So if you're feeling kind, go ahead and do that. And if you haven't already, seriously consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out a ton. I think a lot of you guys already know I do deep dives into Pakistani music, culture, food, pretty much everything. I'm a sponge just soaking up the knowledge and trying to learn about it and comment on it. So if you haven't already, seriously, like, subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I truly appreciate it. I think you'll have a good time as well. Also, we have some community links down below. Real quick, to tell you about Discord if you want to join the community, see what's happening offline, what's going on with streams and whatnot. Twitch if you want to jump into a live stream. We do live reaction shows, all sorts of fun stuff. Check out the Twitch link down there below. And then finally, we have our Patreon as well. If you want to see the real good stuff and help keep the lights on around here, that's the best way to do it. Anyway, what do you say we check it out, shall we?
ये है तुम्हारे नाम, इस मिट्टी के लिए बहते लहू के नाम, मेरे दिल में बसे जान से प्यारे पाकिस्तान के नाम.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss a lot without having much without having the subtitles on this.
वफा की तस्वीरों
Oh, here we go. I'm starting to recognize some of the artists here. This is gonna be a collage. There we go. Hell yeah. He's one of my favorites.
सलाम कहती हैं ऐ राहे हक के शहीदों चले जो होगे शहादत का जाम पी कर तुम रसूल पाक ने बाहों में ले लिया होगा अली तुम्हारी शुजाअत पे झूमते होंगे हुसैन पाक ने इरशाद ये किया होगा तुम्हें खुदा की रज़ा सलाम कहती है ऐ राह-ए-हक़ के शहीदों.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Coke Studio Season 9. Starting 13th August.
Very, very cool. Okay. So I'm assuming they're I guess I can talk about how the music feels, because it feels kind of somber yet hopeful and thankful, which makes sense with the description of this video dedicated to those that sacrifice themselves so we can have a better today. So I don't know if they're talking about, maybe the military over there, maybe that's what it is, or just people that just changed Pakistan for the better for whatever they did. I don't know. I'm not very well, I don't have a lot of knowledge as to Pakistani history and all that stuff. I plan on doing some deep dives into that and just learning more about it. But at this point, my journey with Pakistan, it's still, my knowledge is fairly limited. So if anybody feels like clarifying any of that, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, man, I mean, it feels like somber yet hopeful and thankful and beautiful. And obviously, yes, I recognize some of my favorite musicians from some of the songs that I already reacted to. For instance, one of my favorites, people ask me what is my favorite Pakistani song I've heard so far, and I think it's called Tujum. And the lady was in that, and I'm sorry, I didn't get her name, and I could probably barely pronounce it anyway. But she's just one of my favorites, and that's like, I don't know, I feel like I really connect with that song, and I think it's just beautiful through and through, and it is one of my personal favorites. It's hard to do a list of like my top favorite 5 or 10 songs, but that is definitely towards the top for sure. It was like oddly spiritual for me. But there's also a bunch of other artists too that I've also seen as well, and ones that I haven't too, and their voices were just beautiful. It's cool. I like seeing these like collages or these like joint ventures with these vocals, because I can really start to hear the differences between, what they offer to the party and, what they're bringing, and, just their different vocaling styles and harmonies and pitch and all that fun stuff. And it's cool to see it like this as opposed to do a video back to back or do one day and one next day, because it might be hard to kind of remember their exact pitch or whatever. So this was very helpful for me just to kind of appreciate the artist as a whole. So I definitely appreciate that. And yeah, man, somber, hopeful, beautiful, yeah, thankful. That's just the kind of the vibe that I get from it. So, but again, when I don't have the captions, I don't know what the lyrics are, it can be kind of hard for me to dissect it. But what I can say is it was absolutely lush, it was beautiful and gorgeous, and yeah, it just felt nice. Guys, I think that's going to do it for me here on today's video. If you haven't already, again, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. We got the community links down below, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out for a little bit, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.